Welcome again to Joe Stunner Boxing. I hope your Sunday is going well. Nice weather where I am. I hope it is with you. The excellent Turki. There was a very intriguing, revealing little exchange between him and Oscar De La Hoya at the Virgil Ortiz versus Bohachuk fight last night. There he was, the excellent Turki. Wasn't wearing his Arab garb, T-shirt, his beard, you could see his hair and everything, still had the shades on, talking to Oscar. And Oscar says, we're prepared to work with you. We're talking. I'm paraphrasing all this, by the way. And the excellent Turki said, yes, we want the best fights in boxing. We want everything that's good for boxing. And, Oscar De La Hoya and Golden Boy, we can definitely do business. And if Virgil Ortiz gets through this fight tonight with Bohachuk, then we want to see him in with Bud Crawford. And De La Hoya said, the microphone comes his way. He says, yeah, definitely. But don't forget Tim Tszyu as well. He's still in the mix, isn't he? Back goes the microphone to the excellent Turki. Tim Tszyu is not in my plans. My plans at the moment, we have to have Ortiz versus Bud Crawford. Back goes the microphone to De La Hoya. Okay, but okay, we'll make it. Bud Crawford versus Ortiz, no problem. Next fight. But I thought it was an interesting little exchange there, because the recent criticism about the excellent Turki is that it's kind of his way or the highway. There was that business with Canelo, and he was asked about this. What was the little spat between you and Canelo? What's going on there then? And he said, he respects me. This was yesterday, he was repeating what he'd said previously. He said he respects me, the way I do business. I want to make the best fights, and I make an offer, and I don't understand why he turns it down. Now, I made a video previously, and other people have said similar things, but saying that this is a man who simply isn't used to having people really negotiate with him. We're not even talking about turning him down. He's not used to people coming along saying, well, yeah, okay, but hang on a minute. What about this? Or maybe I might want this, or I'm not quite happy about that. Can we discuss that? Because that's what negotiation is. This is a man who's used to saying, I'm going to offer you this. Isn't it wonderful? Obviously, you're going to take it. And he did this that seems to be his attitude with Canelo. And that attitude seems to, it seems to be becoming prevalent. It seems to be surfacing to the top. Do you know what I mean? And I don't think it's a very attractive characteristic to have, especially if you're talking to Americans, Western Europeans, and so on. Because although Turki Alalshikh's involvement in boxing has given us some incredible bonanzas over the last year, as I've said all along, the long-term welfare of boxing, you need different people. You do not need a dictatorship. You need different people, like checks and balances between different promoters, different offers, differences of opinion. That's what makes that is. I'm no capitalist. I live in a capitalist world, but for capitalism to work, capitalism creates capital, and for it to work, you need competition. If you don't have competition, then you're talking about essentially a sort of, I suppose you might call it a UFC model, which is not a healthy thing for boxing at all. If you don't believe me, talk to UFC fighters and see how much money they get paid. Why they come over to boxing, a lot of them, because they're getting big fat checks. Why are they getting big fat checks? Because there's competition. Because it's not a dictatorship. Because there is room to say, okay, we need to negotiate this. I'm not happy. I like this aspect of what you're offering and that aspect, but we need to work on this particular thing. When you've got someone like Turki Alalshikh who seems to be saying, I'm offering you the world, I'm offering you something no one else can offer you, and it's the best possible thing. And what do you mean you're not happy with it? You turn it down. Look, this is not a good attitude to have. And it is very unattractive, especially to Americans. Having lived in America, I kind of have a little bit of insight as to how a lot of them think in terms of business, having worked for different companies, and they don't like it. They don't like, they kind of. It's a very different attitude, even to European attitudes. Never mind Saudi attitudes. So. Yeah, what do you think about it? Did you see that little interaction between Alalshikh and De La Hoya? If so, what did you think of it? Another thing is, Alalshikh said to De La Hoya, he also mentioned Eddie Hearn being involved in the promotion. Now, De La Hoya in the past has seemed almost fixated on Eddie Hearn, how he doesn't like the man. When Hearn came over initially to promote in America, De La Hoya was very critical, kind of took the piss a bit. Maybe he wouldn't be happy with that. Turki Alalshikh will have to realise that not everyone is going to play his game. Or if they are, he's got to understand that working with someone isn't just about throwing money at something. Sometimes the conditions and the long-term future of something. Not everyone's just going to grab that bag of money. It's very, very tempting, of course, but they might, if they've got a long career, they might want it mapped out. And that might mean that something that Alalshikh is suggesting might not tie in with their plans. That's why people have managers. That's why different promoters have different ideas, and that's a good thing, I think. But anyway, let me know what you think if you saw this interaction. Comments below, as always. Of course, subscribe to the channel if you're new. Hit the like button. Spread the word about Joe Stunner Boxing. Much love to all of you, and of course, I'll speak to you soon. Bye for now.